Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Ahoy! Let's go! We're waking up Chicago. Turn up the radio. It's time to start the show. On Q101 with the morning crew. Ahoy! Let's go! Welcome to the morning show.
Let's go. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. It's 37 degrees out in parts of Chicagoland, but it's going to be sunny today, so let's all just hang in. Actually, for the next week, it's going to be pretty sunny. So, hey, we got that going for us. Hey, it's the day after the announcement of Q101's Twisted Christmas. If you haven't gone to Q101's or Q101.com or any of our social pages, the pre-sale is live and they are moving. Those tickets are going. The pre-sale.
Scootin' and bootin', if you will.
Well, the pre-sale code is active until 10 p.m. Thursday night. So I just realized because we came back from London, I'm all screwed up. That sounded like days away. That's tomorrow night.
Yeah, what were you thinking? We had like a week?
Like 7 or 8 days, something like that.
Usually 8 days till the next Thursday.
Pretty much. But no, so you really only have, I was going to say 24 hours, 36, 40 hours. 40 hours left in the pre-sale to get these tickets before the general on sale on Friday morning at 10 a.m. You've got to get your tickets before the general on sale. I consider you people listening, right now that we're all family. We're the insiders. Those outsiders come in after on Friday.
Oh my God.
The others, if you will.
Yes, them. Those people.
What do you mean by you people?
They come into play Friday morning. So get your tickets for any night you want, all the nights. It's really easy at Q101.com, and Byline is the pre-sale code. So go there and use it and get your tickets now. We're going to have a lot of free ones. Like at 7:10, we'll have some coming up in Clash with Kenzie for night one with Cage the Elephant. The band that's opening for Oasis, by the way, in the stadium tours. You'll get to see them, a band you'll never see in the size of the Aragon ever again. So that's night one. We got those coming up in Clash with Kenzie. Obviously, the Pumpkins, Bush, All-American Rejects with the support acts. But pick a night, go buy the tickets now, and you might say, well, maybe I'll win some. Well, then you got another pair. You can give away as a Christmas gift. You can sell them. You can do whatever you want. You're going to make money on them, so most likely. So get the pre-sale stuff done.
I like you doing the most likely so no one can come back to you.
Well, it's like
a disclaimer.
It's part of it, and also I have a little flashback to my Tegan and Sarah tickets.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
The Lollapalooza.
Oh, boy is right, Case.
No, I'm sorry. Was that Riot Fest?
It was Riot Fest.
Riot Fest after show that I bought for Megan because she loves Tegan and Sarah for the Bottom Lounge. And we ended up not being able to go because Harper got sick. So I haven't done this in a while, but I was going to give them away to somebody. But I said, you know what? I'm going to sell them. Why not? Let's give my money back.
Who says, by the way, to attach the why not as if you gave them away? Like, let me just do it. Let me just make money on these.
I hadn't sold anything on StubHub in a while, and I went on there and got a little bidding war, and I stayed on my computer for about an hour and a half haggling with people. And I sold them and made some money back, but I didn't make money. I lost a little bit of money on that transaction.
That's too bad. I don't want anybody doing that for Twisted. I will say, like Luke in North Chicago checked in, something that I like that everybody's doing this year is on their Ticketmaster confirmation page when they order the tickets, they're tagging us on Instagram and letting us know what nights they're going to. Luke in North Chicago has tickets for nights 1, 2, and 3 already, and I DM'd him, and he's considering buying night 4 as well. I love that.
Well, I've done some analytics, and North Chicago has bought the most tickets to Twisted so far.
I was going to say, per capita, that seems really difficult.
What system are you using to crunch those numbers out of curiosity?
I use the calculator on my iPhone.
Analytics, what part didn't you understand?
He counted the texts.
North Chicago, we see you. We see you. Everybody, every other suburb needs to battle and buy the most Twisted tickets coming up. I'll tell you what, we'll give a chance of something really awesome free right out of the gate here in just about 6 minutes. Coldplay in Vegas, a full trip, elite seats, hotel, airfare. We'll give you that keyword coming up here at just about 6:15. So stay right here. That's your first chance at something free that's amazing from Brian and Kenzie this morning.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and time for a fact that makes your brain go. And this involves everybody listening, whether you're a parent or you had a parent. I hope I'm not excluding somebody that didn't have a parent. I don't know how many of those listeners are out there with no parents, 0 parents or 0 kids, but this is what it relates to.
Ever
Does it
or
have
now?
to be like birth parents, or could it be like people who stepped in and raised you?
Could be adopted.
Okay.
Could be a grandmama. Sometimes
grandmama?
people raised by their grandmamas.
I see.
And what'd you say, Case?
They ever had a parent, or they just now don't have a... I wonder, are you saying forever somebody had to have a parent for this to apply?
Yes.
Okay.
So if you don't have a parent now, it's okay.
Okay.
You had one at one point, most likely.
Gotcha.
Or you could have been somebody that adopted someone and you're the parent. Either way, this affects everybody.
Understood.
Got it.
I'm on board.
And here's the stat. Okay, here's the fact that the average parent does this 114 times a year to their kid. And most of the time, I would say 95% of the time, you've never asked for it. You've never asked, and you've never, not necessarily received well either, if you know what I'm saying. But parents do it anyway 114 times a year to their kids.
And it's not received well?
I would say 95% of the time it's not received well. So what do you think that is, that the parents are doing 114 times a year to their kids?
Going through their stuff to quote unquote clean it, but you're really just like, let me see what's in here.
Yeah, they're just snooping.
Yeah.
Yeah, my parents used to do that.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I got in so much trouble. And my parents actually looked too much into stuff. I remember I came from the note passing days. We didn't have the iPhones yet, you know?
Note passing.
Remember I used to pass notes in class?
Sure.
My friends would write things that meant nothing. Like they'd draw a picture of a bear and they would put like a talk bubble. It's like, I'm a bear, rawr. Like they would write nothing. Like it was doodles. And mom would be like, what the hell does the bear stand for? I'm like, nothing. She's like, huh? What are you doing? I'm like, somebody doodled a bear. I don't like this. There's nothing to it. I always got in trouble for things that meant nothing.
But the bear meant cocaine, right?
Obviously.
Yeah. All right, I'll not say if you're right or wrong, but snooping around your stuff, they do it 114 times a year. Case, what do you think?
I'm going to side with my friend Kenzie. I think she's right. I think parents are paranoid. I think parents are nosy. And I would be pissed if I found out that somebody was going through my stuff.
Coming back and looking through your record collection?
Yeah, they don't want what's in there.
Start throwing away.
Elliott Smith records, Cure records. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Let me be in my own space.
Okay. I'll tell you what. We'll tell you what it is in 6 minutes. 6 minutes right here with Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Parents do this 114 times a year to their kids. And I'd say 95% of the time, not received well. You don't want it. And they do it anyway, and they will keep doing it till the end of time.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Well, time for a fact that makes your brain go. Parents do this 114 times a year to their kids. And 95% of the time, it's not asked for, it's not wanted. But I got to say, when you find the answer here, it's probably not going to be that shocking. But I was shocked it was 114 times a year, meaning about every 3 days, your parents do this. Kenzie guessed they go through your stuff. Case agreed with that. That's not right. This is from you could be a certain age, I would say they give this first, maybe a young, but then they probably give it more when you're older, is financial advice. They give you
that tracks.
Which obviously that's not so shocking, but 114 times a year, every 3 days, your parents are saying something about what you should be doing with your money.
No, that tracks. Just wait. It makes sense. I feel like I bring it up more to Tristan now because, like, they ask for more or they inquire.
Yeah.
Like, because, okay, here's the thing. They start to see the differences in life. So it's like, hey, my friend went to Bora Bora again. I'm like, well, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you're going to have I have a long story about money for you if you sit down.
You're going to get to go to Schaumburg.
Yes. You play baseball and it's
Yeah.
expensive.
Yeah, you're right. That's
Things like that they don't, process. Like,
it's tough when a kid, they don't know what money is. They just know what their friends are doing. And then they go, why can't we do that? And go, because Daddy didn't work hard enough when he was young and get a better job. That's why. Daddy drinks. That's why.
Want to see my list of things we're not doing? Trust me, it's shocking.
Yeah. I mean, now as an adult, though, I could see it getting a little more annoying. Like, because I got advice all the time from my dad, but he would kind of say things when I was in my 20s of what to do. At one point, I remember my dad thought I have 3 little brothers, that we should all form a business and pool all our money.
What was the business going to be?
I don't know.
Listen,
I think he was the CEO and he could just do what he wanted with all our money. But you know what? I kind of wish I would have did that. It wouldn't have been a bad deal.
Yeah. Have you seen what your brothers did? You
Exactly.
would have been on the winning end of that.
I would have
They
won
would
that
have
deal.
been mad you were in the group.
Yeah.
You're the outlier of the money situation.
Look, all of us, kind of came from nothing and made our own way in life. But boy, my brothers did pretty well.
They made their own way quite a bit.
They're all self-made and did
I gotta say, that has to be your biggest mistake ever, was
Yeah.
endorsing your father's idea on
Yeah,
that one.
I should have said, Dad, you're right. Let's
Yes.
do it.
Amen.
Let's go. I'm with you, Dad. Let's sell it to Steve and Greg and Darren and get it all done.
I remember this starting really young for me though, because when you're young and you have like dreams, my dad was
Wait, stop right there. Hold on.
What? No, seriously.
That was dark as hell.
No, but like, I don't know. Like,
Hold on.
they get smaller.
Remember when you were young and you had dreams, and now you're old and you have none?
You want to die?
Another famous quote from my dad who said, "Adulthood is a disappointment.
Yeah.
It's full of hard work and no reward." My dad used to say that.
It's true. You didn't listen to your dad again.
I know, he was right again, man.
Bingo. I love
God.
it. So I was in 7th grade, and I really wanted to go to college in New York City. It's what I wanted to do.
In 7th grade, you thought that way.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't wait. I was not listen, wasn't popular. I was in musical theater. Okay, let's be for real. So I thought New York City, I want to be on my own. I want to, I wanted to be in the high school that was in Fame. That's what I wanted.
It's a good dream.
Musical theater stuff, right? I was like, oh, this is going to be amazing. I'll be on my own. I want to deal with high school drama. I was all excited, right? Junior high drama, etc. I told this to my parents, but Dad's like, oh, good, so you can be in debt the rest of your life? I don't think so. It's going to go over $100,000 a year. You're not, completely, it's like, you're not going to New York over my dead body. Mind you, my parents did not pay for my college. He's like, we want to graduate and have $500,000 in debt? Does that sound fun to you? I don't think so. You do nothing for the rest of your life. In musical theater, that'll pay well. I'm like, okay.
He's kind of right, though.
Yeah, I got a point.
My mom goes, you could have just waited until she was planning out where she should move.
Yeah.
You could have let her have fun with that for a year.
Yeah, she would have forgot about it and moved on.
Could have just let her enjoy it, savor it like a mint or something.
Yeah, some dads, like yours and mine, love to give you reality young. And just get it out of the way here. Yeah, they had tough lives. Case, what about you? You still have dreams, Case?
I still have dreams. I love my life.
Oh, that's good.
But
for you.
this fact doesn't apply to me at all. I wish my parents gave me financial advice. My parents are not the investing type.
Uh-huh.
And as I get older, Brian, I think I've gotten more financial advice from you than I have my own parents. They don't tell me what to do. They see that I have enough money to pay rent, and they go, dude, you're killing it. Keep it up. And I go, yeah, but what if I wanted to accumulate wealth to some degree? And they go, don't worry about it. You're paying rent. You have a job. You're doing fine.
That's good.
That's nice.
I want more. I want to be challenged.
Well,
Okay, let me tell you something. From somebody who had, and they meant well, and I did learn a lot because of this, so it wasn't even wrong, but boy, do I have crippling anxiety about money.
That's good. Everybody should be afraid of running out of money all the time.
I believe that if I cannot pay for it 100% in that moment, I cannot own it, which is why it took me a very long time to get a car.
that's
I
okay.
wanted to vomit when I got a lease. I'm kidding. I physically got ill.
Yeah.
And then my husband scratched the roof on it because we were taking it off, and I actually threw up because I've never bought something this expensive. You put scratch, and I couldn't handle it.
A lot of throwing up.
Couldn't do it.
A lot of throwing up. Yeah.
You should get that
when
looked
I
at.
say crippling anxiety,
Yeah.
I mean it. And physically, I scrunch up. It's very bad.
Do you remember your first credit card? Because I remember using it.
I still have it.
You have your first credit card?
Yeah.
Wow.
As do I.
Do you really?
I got my first credit card during the week of Twisted Christmas 3 years ago because I finally needed to get a credit card.
Well, I went through some issues during the recession. And
I honestly don't know what that means.
Well, what it means is I had to cancel all my credit cards, which you should never try to do unless you have to, and I had to, and I'd start over kind of deal. That's my history. We're not going to get into that all right now because I have a therapist standing by. But my first credit card, I remember using it, and not for much. I'm guessing it was like groceries. Maybe it wasn't even $100 that I had on my first monthly credit card bill. And then the bill came, and I was like, wait, you got to pay this every month?
What the hell?
Because the credit card people sell their credit card better than Tony Soprano on how, we'll get the money later. Don't worry about it. The 0 interest the first week. And then it's all of a sudden, $3,500 the next week you got to pay in interest. And I was stunned with how corrupt the credit card system is. I learned that pretty quick. It's the interest rate is worse than borrowing money on the street in a credit card. Absolutely. You could go on the street and get a better rate. Now you might get killed if you don't pay up.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, it's really bad. But that's why my mom told me I didn't understand necessarily how a credit card worked because of my parents' financial advice. My mom said if you can't pay it off every month, you can't buy it. And I said, oh, okay.
That's not a bad way to live.
I didn't realize, you could just let that thing roll, which I'm happy. So I have never, ever, ever let a credit card I'm not going to pay that this month. I'll pay the minimum.
Yeah.
I've had to pay the entirety every single time because my mom instilled in my head that basically my entire life will fall apart if I don't pay it every month.
That's not a bad way to live, a cash life. 312 checked in. Okay, back to Brian's brothers. Are they single? Are they very tall? How well are they doing?
Oh, trust me.
Calm down.
I've already tried to visit that pool.
Calm down. The fact is that your parents give you 114 times a year financial advice, and it's not always wanted.
Could you imagine if I would have married one of your brothers and then that was in your family?
Good Lord.
Could you imagine
What a nightmare.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. And the fact today that made your brain just go, that your parents give you financial advice 114 times a year in the Chicagoland area. That's the average, which, again, I think people know parents do that, but 114 times a year, every 3 days, they're giving you some advice.
Well, I love this because it led into credit card advice and everything. And Amanda texted in and said, I got my first credit card when I was a student at the U of I, and they would give you a giant bag of Skittles if you signed up.
I'm telling you, credit card and the people that distribute those things, they're worse than Tony Soprano. They're because Tony, I would sign up for 10 cards if they gave me a bag of Skittles with each card.
Isn't it funny how candy still lures you as an adult? Usually you warn children.
Yeah.
You could get Brian in a van with candy still.
Listen.
I'm don't go over there, Brian.
I'm not sure where that van goes, but give me some candy.
Yeah, you're in for the ride.
3-band Zach checked in. He said, not B, but my friend's parents told him, you're fine. Just wait till we die. And then he said, my friend's kind of an a-hole, though.
Wow.
So basically his parents were telling that guy that, hey, man, we got enough money. Don't worry about it. When we die, you're going to get all this money.
That's nice, I guess. It's a good way to get murdered.
Something tells me he's getting punked. They're going to go, ha.
There's nothing for
There's nothing there. Yeah.
Not good.
Case on the text line.
We had an anonymous listener check in. He asked to remain anonymous, but a loyal listener from East Garfield Park checked in and said, I've received more sex advice than financial advice from my parents, and it was maybe just 3 conversations.
Ugh. Oh. I wonder what it was. How much? Because my
positions.
God.
You give so much advice.
I can remember now going back a different direction here, sitting with my dad watching a Bears game.
Yeah.
And all this out of nowhere, my dad, I think I was 14, and my dad goes, you know about condoms, right? And I'm like, yeah, Dad, no, I don't need to know anymore. He goes, because you see, in my day, you used to have to ask the pharmacist. They were behind the counter. Mm-hmm. They're not like that anymore. It's really easy. They're right out front. I go, I know, Dad, I know. Trust me, I'm not even close to having sex right now. No one likes now. Me. Yeah, he wouldn't let it go. He just would pause and go, because you know how to put them on, right? No, I don't. I never have. Dad, stop.
Your dad was basically asking if you were cool, and your answer was no.
I think that's what he was fishing about.
Well, it's actually almost optimistic thinking on his part that you would have needed to know how to put one on.
14, I just grown 7 inches.
You went for another 10 years.
God.
It's crazy.
I looked like a brontosaurus trying to walk. I had no coordination. Yeah, someone was going to have sex with me.
Oh, baby giraffe walking down the hallway.
He should have addressed how to get friends first,
yeah.
I think.
Yeah. So condoms, right? You know about them? God. All right, it's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Something a little more uplifting than being in financial debt is Q101's Twisted Christmas. We announced it yesterday. Free tickets coming up in about 20 minutes, 7:10 in Clash with Kenzie for night 1, which is Cage the Elephant, Franz Ferdinand, and Almost Monday. That'll be night 1. All the information about all the bands, and we went through them yesterday. Let's just rip through them again real quick here so you know. The All-American Rejects will be night 2, with the main Andrew McMahon doing a special acoustic performance and Dexter and the Moon Rocks. What a party night that's going to be. And then the 12th, Oh, well, the Smashing Pumpkins. Yes, our guys Smashing Pumpkins on night 3 with AWOL Nation and Bad Flower. And then Friday night. Friday night's the night you really do let loose because you've been there for a couple days, or maybe you only went to one of the other days. But Friday with Bush, you go there and, okay, it's game time.
Gotta love a good Friday at
Yes.
Twisted.
Don't have to get up for
Get
work.
Up the next morning?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Let's
It's dirty.
Let's go. Bishop Briggs also on that bill and Palais Royale.
Nice.
So, yeah, the tickets are available right now. Q101's, Q101.com with a pre-sale for the next about 40 hours. Tomorrow night, 10 o'clock, the pre-sale ends, and the general on sale at 10 a.m. on Friday. You've got to get your tickets in the pre-sale. I cannot stress that enough. So get them today, tomorrow, and for whatever night, all the nights, get it done. Because even if you win free tickets from us in the next several weeks, you can always sell them or give them as a Christmas gift, take care of somebody you've been trying to take care of, whatever. Get to the party. Do not miss out with Brian and Kenzie on Q101 because this is it, the 30th anniversary of Q101's Twisted Christmas. Here's Gil Curtis coming in here with your headlines for today.
This is not headline news. Drinking coffee could help you live to age 100. But keep in mind, if you only buy it at Starbucks, you'll be broke by 32. Apple released an iPad mini with Apple Intelligence. You can tell it's smart. The first thing it says is, "Buying me was stupid." A new study shows the human sense of smell works faster than previously thought. This verifies the old scientific theory, he who smelt it, dealt it. And Red Hot Chili Peppers bassist Flea turned 62 today. So to celebrate, rock out with your sock out. This is not headline news.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.